And we are live. 2.5 Guys Podcast. I'm your boy, Midjay.
I'm your girl Rose.
It's your boy Dos Stacks.
Happy 100th episode. We made it, y'all, to 100 episodes. We still trying. Well, we thought about doing something him way. I guess we still can look into that. Even if it ain't 100, over 100, we're still looking into that. But
From the looks of what I seen the other day, we need to stay out of him away.
listen,
Bro.
listen, man.
Bro.
It's wild times down there, man. Wild West down there, boy.
I know some of my people that went on the cruise with me was like, ain't no way I get off the water and seeing all that beautifulness to come home to gunshots, dog. Craziness.
Yeah. These kids, man.
Come on, man.
You know, one time when it was about academics and sports and, getting up out, these boys want to turn him into Chicago. Like, that's possible.
Everybody NBA young boy and shit now. You feel me?
I mean, you know how it go. You know how it go with these youngsters, man. Can't tell them nothing.
Mm-mm.
Hopefully something changed around there. Hopefully.
Uh,
I'm going to say that prayerfully. So what we got going on?
I say we get Whitney out the way first.
Please. Rose,
Okay.
not please.
No, not like that. Not like that.
I mean, because Snowfall's gone. Whitney, I'm starting to notice a trend with movies that they make about our deceased icons.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hope that everybody who is an icon right now takes this as an example to go ahead and do your own biopic so they can't spin your story for the narrative that they want to portray you and portray you as.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the young lady did a real good job playing Whitney.
Yeah.
And the fact that that was her voice, I got to give her props on that.
Did not know that.
Yes, that was her voice. They did not have the rights to anything Whitney actually performed or visuals of Whitney. You notice every time Clive Davis played her a song, it was what they call it. You know how they get people to sing the
Songwriter.
The songwriter do like a rough cut or
yeah, they were all rough cuts. Certain parts about this movie I like, certain parts I hated. I hated the nigga that they got playing Bobby Brown.
Yeah, the demo. Yeah,
I'm sorry, but Kane should have played Bobby Brown.
Yeah, get the BET Bobby, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just for some reason he's not high on my acting list.
How you fuck up playing the RZA?
Like his cadence is just I can't. All I saw was RZA acting like Bobby Brown. That's all I saw.
Yep.
Like his mouth always looked dry. Like he ain't pulling no chaps. It just I don't know, man. But here's what I say though. If you don't know what we're talking about, I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Yeah.
Saw it on Netflix.
That part,
Tiana. It's crazy that we all kind of just talked about not watching and end up watching anyway. But only thing I can say is it's hard to follow up once all the information is out there.
Yeah.
So once you've seen the docs, you've seen these 4, 5, 6-part series where they go over everything. It's hard to follow it up with a movie that kind of speeds through everything.
See, I have the opposite opinion of it. I'm a huge Nippy fan.
Mm-hmm.
I know everything about fucking Nippy. I knew about the whole relationship with Robin. I knew all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't catch it, but I was the main one saying, what else can they show me besides seeing different things? But and then Bobby coming through and we want to see it from the eyes of Bobby to show that he really wasn't the fucking villain and shit. Like, what else can you show me? They showed me a lot. Like they touched on her daddy and how ruthless her daddy was.
Yeah, I can say that he was all about the money.
Bro, on his deathbed, this man
said, "Get me my money."
Money.
Why are you handing out credit cards to your employees? I would have loved to work for Nippy Inc.
Want to be the man.
He said, "That's my private jet out there."
Bro,
It was.
look,
It was.
look,
Don't nothing go unless I say she flying out.
Daddy Houston walked so fucking damn. What's my boy? What's Beyonce daddy name? Matthew Knowles could fly.
Matthew Knowles ain't take no bread though.
Okay, but Beyonce got with Jay-Z and that shit got cut the fuck off, or she would have probably been like him.
What Britney Spears daddy name?
Oh,
that's that motherfucker.
Now that's that motherfucker. When he gets conservatorship over you and convince the courts that you crazy for your money.
Right.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I just
seen your own money.
I just seen Britney Spears dance the other day. That shit crazy.
But this the thing. I look at it from two angles though. Is she crazy because she always been crazy? Is she crazy because she one of them young Disney World type kids?
Both.
Or is she crazy because her daddy convinced the courts that she was crazy and was forced to take medication for fucking years?
A combination of all three.
It's a tragic story. I want her story to be told. I need a Britney biopic. Leave us alone and give me Britney.
I ain't lying, boy. They quick to expose all our shit.
Now they gave us
we fucking know Whitney was gay. We shit. And but here's one thing that I want.
Thank you.
Everybody to understand that they keep getting wrong. Whitney did not smoke crack. Whitney smoked dirty blunts. Whitney would occasionally peck when she was with Bobby, because that's what Bobby liked to do. But Whitney's drug of choice was dirty weed.
Mackey's, ain't it?
Mackey's, Machiavelli, Illuminati.
I still see that image of Bobby Brown cocaine falling out while he was performing.
See, that snorting was Bobby preference. So
he picked that mug up so smooth.
Bro,
come on, girl.
Yeah, what was the actress name that played Whitney? I'm tell you straight up. Because if you go on YouTube, there's a video that shows like the side by side her reenactment of Whitney. I haven't seen anybody embody a character like that since my queen Anna Mae Bullock, aka Angela Bassett.
Hold up, now Jamie Foxx. Now.
No, I'll give Jamie that. But this is where I have to give this young lady more props than Angela Bassett or Jamie Foxx, because we've seen listen to me. We've seen the videos of Tina Turner showing fucking Angela how to walk, her mannerisms. We've seen the video of Jamie Foxx with my boy Ray Charles, and trying to figure out where were you at mentally when you did this. They had direct directions from the person they were emulating. Mm-hmm. This woman did not. She had a lot of visuals to work with. Absolutely. I'll give you that. But she did not have Whitney telling her, you need to move like this. You need to do this. And she packed all that shit down. Add on top of that, old girl is a British actor. She's a Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
She's a British actor, and she has a natural gap tooth. So they put veneers in this woman's mouth. You trying to tell me she was able to pull all of this off?
I mean, I give her props, but Jamie Foxx walked around for 12 hours a day with his eyes glued shut.
I give you that.
I mean, she did a
I can give you that, but this
the only thing old girl Angela Bassett had to do was get in there and get them guns right, because damn sure she had to get them guns right to play Tina. Now, I mean, let's not do a comparison, because I noticed that we always compare our stars when everybody else just exalts theirs.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get out of the habit of doing that. All three of them did an excellent fucking job. And Shorty, at first sight, the scene where Kissy's, where her mom is teaching her to sing, you like, I get it, but I ain't getting the Whitney look. But the more you watch the movie, she actually did turn into Whitney.
My favorite part
is
when Whitney had to do the Super Bowl and they were trying to find Holly Judge. She was like, man, for once, just let me be me.
Right.
She came out in that tracksuit.
It killed it.
That shit would fly too. That shit would fly like
killed it.
Like even by the day's standard, that was a fly ass tracksuit.
Right, exactly.
I don't know who choreographed that, but the timing of the jets, like everything. Still go to games, high school games, and they will play Whitney's version of the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, it's iconic.
It's iconic.
It's iconic between her
and the fact that she would take legendary songs that were already legendary, like Dolly Parton,
come on,
I Will Always Love You, and take your shit and make it
hers. When he had her do the 3-song uplift from song to song, I was like, I never paid attention that it was 3 different songs.
Right.
Dog.
And for her to transition
and
to
she
all
killed
3,
it.
and she was like, that's so difficult, but she did it so effortlessly. He's like, yo, you might be the greatest singer walking around here, yo.
All right, let's go ahead and let me be devil's advocate. If Sissy and them would have let Whitney love Robin, would she have gone down the path that she's on? Will Whitney still be here if she was able to be who she wanted to be and happy in who she wanted to be?
No, because I'm gonna tell you why. Because they exalted a lot of them demons on this movie. You feel me? They let a lot of people off the hook. You feel me? They made it seem like Clive Davis was just her guy on the shoulder, the angel on the shoulder. No, that nigga was the devil on the other side of the shoulder too. Because when Whitney started tiptoeing around for her money, they found out it was that Clive Davis had fucked her out of way more money than her dad did.
Bro,
she sold more than Elvis.
Bro, I remember Whitney going on tour, and for me, when you go on tour, you ain't got no more albums coming, and you still trying to get that money. And I'm like, there's no way Whitney should be broke.
Yeah,
there's no way. Look at the only 3 movies Whitney did, motherfucker. The Bodyguard,
Waiting to Exhale,
and The Preacher's Wife. All of them went off. Like Preacher's Wife wasn't as big as the other 2, but it still went off.
I mean, but
it still went off.
In it. Every movie she's been in had iconic actors.
Bro, Whitney. Okay, let me do something else. If Whitney would have never got with Bobby.
Nah, because she was already getting high before Bobby.
She was already getting that in.
And mind you, Bobby didn't holler at her.
Yeah, she was already getting it in because
she was older than him. She saw that young boy and went after him.
One of the docs that I think I watched said, she was already doing what I
getting high.
Let me tell you something.
Drugs. She actually introduced Bobby to good cocaine.
Bobby. I'm glad that they did bring that into the film. He's like, I wish you tell the tabloid that you put me on. I didn't put you on. Like, I'm glad that they did give that nugget to it.
Yeah.
But let's touch this shit. Let's tickle this wire. Whitney fucked Jermaine Jackson and Bobby fucked Janet Jackson.
Nasty. It's a cold game out here.
They was slanging Peter.
Cold world, boy.
Slanging Peter, bro.
Yeah, I think like Hollywood back then.
With Jermaine? I did not know.
He was royalty.
God.
You worked for Mike and Janet. Boy, and using an iconic Jackson 5 group. You're legendary regardless of what
I'm either fucking Mike. I ain't fucking nobody if I'm Whitney.
That man was still getting getting 1.5 million in royalties off of old shit. Now.
Hey, listen, you got to think 2 of the Jackson brothers got the same baby mama.
Nasty bitch.
2 of them boys got the same baby mama.
Look, I read. I don't know if it was a documentary or I actually read a biography, whatever the fuck it was, but motherfucking Joe Jackson, Papa Jackson. If you want to get to my boys, you got to get through me first. Hey, Papa was knocking them down, boy.
Listen, you seen when she answered that phone?
And that nigga had green eyes.
Joe, if you want Tito, what you gonna do for me to get to my boy?
That's why he was trying to keep them away from it because he wanted it all.
Look here. Y'all can say what y'all want about Papa Joe, but without Papa Joe discipline, they'd have just been 5-6 niggas from Lansing, Michigan.
Absolutely. No. Not Lansing.
No.
Gary, Indiana.
Oh, excuse me, Gary, Indiana. My bad. You're right.
If my wife would have heard that, she probably would have come through the screen on you, though.
I ain't hear no background right now. What going on? She usually be gonna say something by now.
By now, nah. Her and Cam went to go pick Brian up from work. She's like, I'm gonna take Cam with me, so they gone. Or she would have been on this motherfucker. She would have been coming around the corner right now because you said Lansing, Michigan.
So, I remember when it first came out, you were adamant, like, I ain't watching that.
I wasn't. I did not want to because I'm like, what? you're gonna sell on the fact that she was with Robin, that she was bisexual. A lot of people didn't know that.
Look, I knew that before Whitney had died because my mom is from their hometown and they have crossed paths. Like my mom was like, shit, when they found Whitney was a dyke smoking weed on the block. I'm like, and like I knew this years ago.
And turned her into America's princess, dog.
Yeah.
Turned into America's princess. But
I remember when they were saying how her and Bobby Brown used to bump heads.
And Robin, another accuracy.
Yeah, her and Robin and Bobby Brown used to bump heads, and it was like, So I remember when people was like, was it? And then, you know, obviously through different docs and different people telling their side of the story, you figured it out. Like, oh, Whitney was, you know, before, you know. So that was, I think that was more
like pretty much Bobby Brown was her bad boy beard. Is that what you call it, Rose?
It's definitely a beard. I think Whitney's like, okay, y'all gonna force me to be with a man.
I'm gonna be with the worst one.
I'm gonna be with the fucking doggedest dog of all motherfucking dogs. Like, I think that was her rebellion cry, because she could have got with a doctor.
Bobby proposed to her and had his baby mama pregnant at the same time.
Everybody's talking.
Okay. I think he proposed to her because he had the baby mama pregnant. He couldn't let Nippy go.
Yeah, you're right.
But what I will say, I like the way
she hollered at him.
Look, I like the way in the movie where they brought in when Clive introduced her to Why Does It Hurt So Bad, and she was just like, nah, I'm not singing that. Like, I would leave. I would never be in a situation where I would just be like begging somebody to love me. And then the whole time I'm like, hold on. I was about to call Whitney a bitch. I love you, Nip. I'm like, hold on. I remember you sung that song. Remember I told you the story of Julius in the bathroom singing his fucking heart out. I'm like, who the hell broke Julius' heart?
What?
I was at Gina house, dog, and Julius was in the bathroom playing Why Does It Hurt So Bad, and he had that bitch on repeat, and Julius was singing at the top of his lungs, and I'm like, boy, who the fuck broke Julius' heart, boy?
Oh, you know it's going to be a phone call immediately as we
ask him. Tag Gina, ask him. That man was singing Why Does It Hurt So Bad hardcore in the bathroom, but I was like, so when it was like, yeah, I'm not singing that song but for them to bring it back around after she done went through her shit with Bobby and Robin,
right?
It's like, now I understand why a motherfucker would beg somebody to love them when they don't want to leave.
Right.
I know you ain't good for me, but I love you.
Yeah, I thought it was decent though. It was
decent.
I didn't think, because you know it wasn't really talked about much. So I'm like, and then when Netflix jumped on it, like I was like, oh,
that's about to ask. It didn't go straight to Netflix, right?
No. Yeah. It was out for a while.
It went straight to Netflix?
No, it was in the theaters.
Okay.
You serious?
Remember when I first? No, it was in theaters though, because I remember remember I asked Rosie, I asked Rosie, I said, you gonna watch? She was like, no, I'm not watching that.
I wasn't going to no movies to watch it. All of a sudden, it popped up on Netflix and people were talking about it. That's when I was like, okay, well, let me see what else can they show me.
Yeah, so
it was cool, but it didn't blow me away.
I mean, it didn't give me no new information other than like she said, the father being. But I thought it was pretty good.
Look, Whitney getting her drugs through the damn autograph pen.
Listen,
love it.
Through the little autograph booklet.
Who did but?
Yep. First off, it was a big ass bubble pen.
How did we miss that from earlier? Because remember, she took the guy pen earlier, and you just blew it off.
Mm-hmm.
No. I didn't. I actually watched that shit with Tasha, because you know I stay with Tasha on a weekday. Mm-hmm. And when she first, like the way they focused on his face and focused on the pen, I told Tasha, I said, the coke in the pen, bitch. And then when she got upstairs and they never showed the cocaine and shit the first time, and she was like, well, see, you was wrong. I was like, nah, the coke is in the fucking pen. And then when it did come back around and you see at the end that the coke was in the pen, and she was like, well, I'll be damned. I said, bitch, I ain't part of 2.5 guys for no motherfucking reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I ain't on this platform for no more. I know my shit. I know my shows. I know the fucking, like, the way they focus on it.
Like, yo, we all catch things in movies that other people don't.
Right.
Yeah, but it was...
So
I thought it was pretty good.
So what y'all rated 1 through 10? Y'all know we experts at this. What do we give this biopic or biopic, whatever you want to call it?
I give it a 6, 7, 6, 8.
I give it an 8.5.
8.5.
I give it an 8. But maybe I'm a Whitney fan.
You're a big Whitney fan.
I'm a Whitney fan, so maybe I give it. I did not like Bobby worth of shit.
No, I did not like Bobby. That's part of my
You-
score drop.
You mean RZA?
I didn't like Dizza worth of shit. But what you get?
Nizza, you didn't like that Nizza out there?
I ain't like that business out there, bitch boy.
I'm gonna give it a 7.3. I can't go 7.5, but the fact that the actress that played Whitney did an excellent job.
Excellent.
That was actually her singing. I repeat. You know what I'm saying? So like I got to give her major props for that. And outside of it being rushed, it was pretty well put together. You know what I'm saying? Like
it went quickly.
Like costume wise, like they nailed it visually.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like how everybody was dressed and was supposed to be dressing around that time. They nailed it.
But I think they didn't focus in on like the drugs because they knew we already knew that.
Right.
So you know how usually some movies go down deep down of
the last 30 minutes of that 2-hour movie was down that hole now.
I mean, but you know how some movies focus in on her when she first started, when she continued to do it, her and Bobby fight. They didn't focus on like her and Bobby fighting, her and Bobby doing this. They kind of like you already know this much.
And I could see them having them funny ass fights like that.
It was more about the music, how she selected her songs.
They loved each other though.
Like what made
they loved each other.
I want you to go back and listen to old girl's voice in the beginning versus her voice at the end after Nippy's done tons of Mackies and cigarettes and drinking and shit. She even had the raspy Whitney voice at the end.
Yeah.
Because like, dude told her, he's like, man, she's like, I can't do it no more. He's like, yeah, you probably can. But not after the smokes and
Whitney couldn't do it. There's no way God would have gave me a gift like that. I ain't drinking, I ain't smoking, I ain't sucking no dick, and I ain't eating no cooter. Ain't nothing coming down this here throat right here. You hear me? You hear me?
You gonna eat the hood on me.
I don't eat no hood.
You gonna eat the hood.
I might
Yeah.
You're a little too far now.
Look, that voice was from God, bro.
It was.
You would have tossed it with a little bit of pussy juice now. Like, come on,
bro. I probably got a straw on this
list. Was she number one? Or what coming on that Rolling Stones list?
Who?
The greatest voice of all time. Remember Rolling Stones did that list and we
I think
she was on the list.
I didn't go too far, Big Red.
Oh yeah, she went
I've been missing for 2 weeks. I ain't said nothing about sucking dick in 2 weeks. You know it was an episode. It was gonna come up. I gotta talk about sucking dick at least once every other episode, and how I don't do it.
That's so.
But ain't no way. I'm Whitney. I'm not smoking, drinking. Nothing's coating my throat but pure honey and love, bitch.
Hey, that is honey and love, though.
And look. Nobody can convince me that Bobby Brown had honey coming out his dick.
Bobby been laying pipe, yo.
Having all cocaine right there.
That was
Bobby
bro.
Having cocaine and
Bobby
Mad
was
Dog.
laying that cocaine dick.
Having cocaine and Mad
Dog. I think he dipped his dick in the cocaine because look, they say Richard Pryor did some shit. Now Richard Pryor used to put coke on his dick and fuck old girl.
I mean,
man, Richard Pryor used to do all type of shit. Richard Pryor and all them boys used to fuck each other, man.
We've been trying to wait for this documentary or whatever. So I mean, this biography so long that I'm just like,
please bring it out.
I'm like, who's gonna play him? When is it
who did they finally decide on playing him? Who was it?
This over like 10 years we've been talking.
Because it was Mike Epps at one point, it was Marlon Wayans at one point, it was Nick Cannon, like
everybody. This Marlon Wayans ain't gonna fly.
I ain't watching. I'm just straight up honest with you.
You gonna watch it?
I won't.
You just ain't going to the theater to watch it.
Yeah,
you're right. You know me so well.
You watch it.
You know me so I'm gonna watch it. Just
you want to
know
cuss out,
and then you want to know how if he did bad or good. Which
it ain't if. Did we not all watch him and Jennifer Hudson?
I mean, but you can't
follow. He didn't do bad. It just was odd for us to see him doing that role.
But you can't follow it up after giving us such detailed with the Ford series part.
I don't want it.
I hear.
I don't want it. But before we get off Whitney, can you go to YouTube y'all know I be on my rabbit hole. Did y'all know there's a conspiracy theory that Sissy is not her mammy?
I heard that also.
I actually found the video.
What am I looking for?
Put in Whitney Houston's real mother. The woman name is Teresa Graves. And when I say face, mannerisms, she acts, she sing, everything is fucking nippy. And they're saying that this girl was 14 when she had Whitney, fucking with damn Daddy Houston.
That wouldn't shock me.
And then Daddy Houston went ahead and took her, and then Sissy raised her. But she's really Whitney's mama. Please look at this damn woman.
Her name is what?
Teresa Graves.
Oh, you went down a rabbit hole for real.
Did when you see the video after we get off here, because I know we can't be on here all night long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is this what we...
Bro, let me tell you something.
You want the short one?
Give me the short one. Just the short one alone. And when you see her mannerisms, and you... We know Whitney. Everybody know how Whitney talk in hood and shit, her mannerism, but that woman act just like Whitney. Say Daddy Houston got that little girl pregnant and took her and raised her.
Oh wow.
Bro.
You're under arrest, sugar.
Bro.
She looked just like her.
Dog. They show clips of the woman acting and she moves and act like Whitney.
Hi guys, it's your girl Lola Loves You.
Okay.
And today's topic.
Y'all can go down a rabbit hole later. The people in the fan.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do
that.
But
please go look at this woman and Whitney. Go on my page and it's like a 15-minute thing, but they break it down and you see clip by clip her and Whitney.
Teresa Graves is her name.
Teresa Graves. Go check that woman out and y'all let us know in the comments.
Oh my God! Like her teeth look like Whitney.
Bitch. You hear me?
That's
and she sings. Mannerisms, eyebrows.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Okay, motherfucker. She was in Vampira, whatever the fuck it was. She was a female vampire sucking on white men and shit. But yeah. Y'all check that out and come back and let us know.
Thanks, Rose. I was going to relax and play 2K after the show. Now I got to go down this fucking rabbit hole.
Go on down that rabbit hole.
Down that rabbit.
Because I heard that whisper before because she does not favor her mother
at all.
Listen, this is the part
of like a daddy.
Yeah.
This is the part of the episode where I give you my all. I've been waiting 2 solid weeks to get this off my chest.
I'm gonna sit back.
Snowfall. Final episode.
Yeah.
Series overall. What did y'all think?
Mm.
We're waiting 2 weeks to talk about this, guys.
Okay.
Go ahead to get a drink.
I'm gonna go pour me something. Go ahead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're the best foreshadowers. I can't put it over Ozark, Midgie.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Yeah.
They like 1A, 1B.
Okay, I got you.
Because I do not like how Franklin became Alton at the end.
I don't.
Isn't
it full circle though?
Like I would rather him be locked up.
I would much rather too.
20 years.
But they knew. But they knew that's what we wanted.
But why that? Like, why black men always got to become that? Because listen, Mitchie, here's why it pissed me off. Think about our neighborhood and how many crackheads have told us stories of how successful they were.
That's the point, though.
Prior to their addiction.
That's where I'm getting.
But we didn't believe that shit.
Believe them. So imagine Franklin telling kids in the neighborhood, boy, I was the biggest, man, I had millions on millions. I was the biggest dude. I started this crack stuff. Boy, look at him, man, you a junkie. Get up out of here.
And he wasn't a junkie. He was alcoholic.
Listen.
That shit hurt, man. That shit hurt, man. We watched Franklin grow up, Mitch.
There's so many different ways that I can take this end. The first way I can take it is that everybody around him failed him. Because you got to think.
At some point in time, he saved all of y'all at least once.
And sometimes he bailed y'all out. Mama, I got you out your job.
You got the
You
shelter.
when you was working for the man who was treating you like crap, when
Yeah.
you could have run the business, I put you on top of it. Leon, when you was just my little flunky friend, I put you on. When Scully wanted to blow your brains out, I protected you.
Yeah.
I made sure that was right. Auntie, I put you on. I got you off that stuff.
Did y'all catch him and Scully at the table during the repass? Like ironing that out. It was small little Easter eggs like that made this show great. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Had a little forgiveness.
The Easter egg.
So you think about all these people who turn their back on Franklin.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Real quick. I don't blame Leon for not giving him the $3 million.
I don't.
I had just given you $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
I still got to maintain to keep going, but I'm going. So I don't blame Leon for turning him down.
But that's what I'm saying. It's so many different ways we can take this ending. So that was the first way that I took it. Like then everybody turned their back on it.
Okay.
And I took it as Sissy knew what that money would do to Franklin.
Not do what it did to him.
Not even, but here's how I play devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when they were having a conversation and she was like, okay, if you get the money, you never see me again.
Right. And he was like, I'm fine with that.
But here's the thing about that. I can't be concerned with you. I got a motherfucking child on the way.
Mm-mm.
I've got a child on the way.
Now, what hurt me is when old girl ran off.
Okay,
we had to see that coming.
He took 800 and bounced.
The writers, because I didn't catch the beginning of it, but the writers of this show is so motherfucking immaculate.
They sneaky good.
Yeah.
Because Franklin pretty much went full circle. He went back to the. Hey, sorry y'all. Y'all asked for.
She home.
They home. Okay. They went full circle. Do you not realize Franklin ended up back where he was? Even worse, he ended up his daddy. That's number one.
Yep. Somebody
a man that was worth $70-something million.
Mm-hmm.
And greed led you back to being worse than your father.
The house you grew up in,
bro.
Paranoid.
And yo, they kept that house so prevalent throughout the whole series, y'all. You gotta think about it. Wanda done live in the house. The house done been abandoned. The house done been the main plot.
But remember, he bought the house for his mom.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing he had left when it was all said and done.
Oh, remember, Jerome gave them the money to put down on the house, and Sissy never knew it.
That's right.
It's nuggets after this shit. But the whole full circle of it, Franklin was left after all that money that went through his hands. He was left with the same $12,000 that he sold his first key to Claudia for, motherfuckers.
Oh, I did not. That's why he was laughing.
That. And the fact that they brought Peaches back. Like who the fuck did he piss off that bad to where he don't show back up to the last fucking because
Peaches he stole. They didn't want to
believe. I'm talking about
D-Ray.
I'm talking about D-Ray Davis. Who did he piss off on set?
He pissed somebody off.
Yeah.
He did.
Because they had to close that loose end because everybody like, where Peaches?
Where the fuck is Peaches?
Where the fuck is Peaches? Peaches had $5 million, yo. Like, where the fuck is Peaches? You feel me?
I mean, they did it well because it was like, I'm gonna do this last thing for you.
Yeah.
This is what you're looking for.
Right. Once again, the evolution or the destruction of Franklin Saint. You go from in the beginning, how Kevin kept saying, you ain't built for this, man. You ain't, because he really wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even when he had to turn hard, he would make other people do the dirty job. And the first person he ever gave a bullet to was Kevin. And all he was really trying to do is get him to not go start a war with the Mexicans. He was trying to shoot him in the leg. So you go from that Franklin Saint to at the end, oh boy,
you a real killer.
Just take the money and go, man. Take the money and go. And you think Franklin about to let that man out, and he shot him in his back, the coward way. That's how cutthroat Franklin has become.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'm gonna say about it, I'm gonna give y'all the floor. Go back to the episode at the wedding. when he was in there having that monologue
You
versus
say-
himself.
Bodies, bodies, bodies,
Bodies,
bodies.
bodies, bodies. Okay, like it foreshadowed everything. It's Franklin
It
versus
did,
Franklin.
and that was one of the best
Boy.
acted scenes I've ever seen on the small
Boy.
screen, yo.
Listen,
Bruh.
Yeah.
I don't
that
know how
walk,
they ain't never got no Emmy or nothing for Snowfall. I don't know,
that walk from the house
bro.
to the gas to the little corner store was amazing.
Yeah.
Him talk because he ain't even Leon didn't talk to him on that walk. Leon
He
just
just
let him
listen.
ramble. And this
And
man
they say
about
Wanda
everything.
and Wanda go back to her first love.
But did you catch that though? He's so arrogant that you are a homeless, drunk, dirty motherfucker, and you still find a way to talk shit about Wanda and her first love. Come
In his
on,
head,
man.
He's saying shit. At least I ain't smoking crack.
Yeah, in his head, he still think he's better than
Yeah, I
he
might
thought
be
he
a
was
drunk.
better than
I
everybody.
might be a drunk, but I ain't on crack.
But Wanda went to Africa and cleaned her ass up. Where
Yeah.
Wanda is at versus where you at, and you still find the audacity to talk shit about her.
But
She's
you
supposed
know
to be
what I really-
a part of the spinoff, yo. Like supposed to be doing a spinoff. I would rather have a spinoff of Auntie,
yeah.
I think they're
'Cause,
gonna bring her
like-
back.
huh?
I think they're gonna bring her back.
But you
But I
know
just hope
what?
they don't it's gonna be hard to do a spinoff of Wanda.
But you know what? What I loved about it is that when Leon went and saw Sissy, she knew she couldn't save Franklin.
That part.
So I'm gonna save you
Yeah.
because you like my other son.
Yeah.
Go get your wife and
Go.
leave this life behind.
And she probably saved them.
She said that.
She
She
said
said that to him. She was like, "You're my best. You're my greatest surprise.
Right.
I failed with my son.
I failed. So you gotta do something.
Go
I
get your wife."
I gotta know while I'm in here, I did
Right.
something right for somebody.
Right.
So for you and Wanda, by just letting her stay in my house,
Mhm.
and he basically help raising you along with my son, even though my son is out of control.
Right.
I
Outta
can
here.
die in this prison knowing that two people, I saved their life.
Now, let's add a layer to that. Let's go back to the episode where she braided Leon's hair.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's when that bond was forged.
Yep.
Okay, not his mama, not Franklin. It was him and Sissy. Sissy was the one that got him off of the ledge.
Because he was
Tripping about that baby death.
he was tripping about that little girl.
Yeah.
So now his life is, you think, the forgiveness at the table.
Yo,
Yep.
he needed that. He's like, yo,
He
he
needed
was
it.
crying like a baby, yo.
After that, he was,
Bro.
I know where I want to be.
Yeah.
Dog, just go back to the first couple of seasons. Leon's character arc has been a fucking amazing because he went from being a straight out of fucking jail, hard as fuck. I don't give a fuck. Cuss
Little-
everybody the fuck out
Little
to
Napoleon
being almost like
complex.
fucking
Hothead.
Gandhi.
Little Napoleon complex dude.
Yeah, like this motherfucker's got like even at the end, like you said, he didn't do no talking. He let Franklin do all the talking.
Franklin did all the rambling from the walk, even when they saw
Bro,
the boys in the hood scene.
I love that nugget.
Loved it.
Loved it.
John
Rest in peace,
Singleton.
John
Rest
Singleton.
in peace, sir.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Loved it. On the way to he ain't said a word. And he was like, yo, 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 yo. Like
Y'all ain't gonna win no Emmy.
yeah, he was like a 20. My man yo yo. And it was like, that's all like you asked me for $3 million, and now you happy that I just gave you 20.
Can we talk about how excited Franklin got for the $20 to go get his alcohol? How much money went through this man's head? I think a lot of people didn't like the finale because we loved Franklin. Nobody wanted to see Franklin go down like that, but I really thought about this because I knew we was going to have this. We was going to have this talk on the episode. If you think about it, remember John Singleton wanted to do this show because he was a product of the crack epidemic in Los Angeles, Crenshaw, all of that thing. He saw firsthand how crack fucked up his community. So I never, even if he was alive, I don't think he would have let Franklin get out unscathed.
He would have went to prison if he was still alive.
You think he would went to prison?
I think he would have followed that
he would have followed
suit. That Rick Ross formula of he got caught.
Okay.
But I think these writers were so good.
That's what I'm about to say. So, do you think it would have been better if they would have wrote him going to prison at the end, or how they ended?
See,
I would have rather him going to prison because he wouldn't have felt he wasn't addicted to nothing the whole 5 years. You feel me? We've even got conversations of him telling his girlfriend or the little young lady that like who daddy killed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mel.
You can go back to scenes of him telling her like, "Yo, I don't drink. Like it's just not my thing."
But listen, the stress got to him.
I love it.
Chasing this money, not having it. He went to the bar and just started drinking.
He ended up being the person that he despised.
That he despised, yo.
His dad.
I would have rather him went to jail.
But that's good writing.
Years.
That's good writing.
And see, got out and goddamn be helping damn Leon.
And see,
that's good writing.
That's the emotion they knew we was gonna.
They knew it. I'm pretty sure they had a couple of different ways they could have ended the show, and they want to know which one would have fucked us up the most.
Imagine the look on all our faces.
I promise you, they filmed 4 different versions of the ending.
I believe it.
Us as connoisseurs, we know they filmed 4 different versions of an ending.
Right. I believe it. And I think they wanted the one that was going to fuck people up the most, and it was this.
So you imagine America when they saw Franklin in that white t-shirt, khaki pants, dirty teeth.
Bro, my boy Damson said he ain't washed for 2 days.
Hey, listen, that's in character.
Getting in character.
Like, yo, my heart hurt when he cut that corner, y'all.
Bro.
Like when he cut that corner, I was like, what the because I saw some shit on Facebook and I'm like, maybe it's a dream.
Until I watched it.
When he asked the young boys outside, does Franklin live there? And it was like, if you want to call, he like, the man still live there. If you want to call him a man, that's all they done got Franklin fucked up, boy. Before they even showed him, I said they done fucked Franklin up 2 years after.
So you imagine all these guys who had dealings with the government, who have these similar stories, whether it's with drugs or something they did for the government, and that went crazy, and people don't believe them.
Yeah.
You imagine how many other guys just from different parts dealing with the government can tell these stories and be like, ain't nobody leave him. He on drugs or he drank now and stuff like that. Yeah. It's crazy.
And that's why the CIA left him alone.
Right.
They didn't need to do nothing to him.
That drove him crazy.
He was fucked up. Nobody ain't gonna believe you.
You a poor black, you poor, you black, and you going back to the hood. Who gonna believe you?
Now I'm gonna tell you where the writers fucked up at, and y'all let me know because I haven't seen anybody talking about this, and I'm like, why is this being brought up? Huh?
I'm pissed off, really. Like that's why I can't give it number 1. It's like I told you, like the fact that they killed Teddy in the prior episode. Okay, so how do you beat that climax?
How do you beat it? How do you beat it?
That's where they fucked up.
We couldn't end it with Teddy dying, though.
To me personally, like that could have been the last episode for me. And I'd have been fine.
Nah.
Okay, so let's go back to John Singleton and him wanting to focus on how his fucking first episode, streets, kids out there running behind the ice cream man. Everything was peaches and cream. It was feel good barbecues. Okay, Frankie Mays and shit having a good time. And then fast forward post Franklin, everything is locked the fuck up. Everything is fucking dark and gloomy. So I feel that they gave him the ending that he needed to have because you can't pollute your people. You cannot get away unscathed. And normally we see them go to prison, but we've never seen the fallout of somebody that don't go. Like I was cerebral with that shit, and I was like, you know what? I hate it because I loved Franklin. But he could not get away unscathed and skate off into the sun with the money, or he can't go to prison and then come back out and try to be a good person. The roosters, the chickens came home to roost, and he had to fucking he had to get it.
Because some people see Franklin as the villain.
He what? We saw him as a hero because we see a black man getting money about his paper that pulled himself out the mud.
Right.
Okay.
Rose, you got me on
from
that
the other lens, he fucked the whole community up.
But
generations. How many mothers left their fucking children? You got to think about it now. I love Franklin, but I think it was a good ending for his character.
How many deaths behind this drug?
I hate it for him, but the man, like he loved power. He was addicted to power.
I get it. I get it though.
Yeah,
I get it. But what I was about to say before I went back to that, what nobody's talking about. Did you hear him not say Veronique was about to have the baby in 2 weeks. Well, bitch, the writers dropped the ball there now, because that bitch.
Oh, yeah, she ain't look.
What happened to her holding her stomach like she was about to have a miscarriage and shit, and then all of a sudden she leaves Franklin and she's raising his son with the money that she stole from the bank. I didn't like the way they connected that dot.
I think the reason they didn't give a time lapse because they had to say, "Oh, this is what happened. She had the baby. She ran off. Yada yada yada."
But in 2 weeks, she wasn't pregnant when he had his hands around her neck. Like she wasn't showing enough to be about to have a baby in 2 weeks.
Are you sure? Are you sure that timeline lined up like that, Rose?
Dog. Remember, he was on the phone trying to find Peaches or trying to find. No, he was trying to find her.
Yeah.
He was trying to find her. Okay. And then he was like, you know, it's been 2 weeks. She had to have the baby by now. Like she was about to have the baby. She was supposed to have the baby within this time frame. And this is when he was looking for her and going crazy and trying to find his money. And that's when old boy told him, well, we didn't find her, but we found Peaches. So let's talk about the timeline. Maybe I'm wrong. I am drinking.
I gotta go back and look because I thought
because I think that was after the time jump. Because remember, they did a short time jump and then they did the long time jump.
So the short time jump was when? How long after Teddy was killed?
Remember, he asked him to find Veronique.
Yeah.
And then the dude came to him like, "Yo, I'm done."
But he was still on. He was still up and healthy when you know what I mean.
Right.
He still had a little paper flowing when that happened.
I gotta go back and watch. Maybe that's why nobody's talking about it. Because I'm
like, but I think that when they brought her back up, the baby had already been born and she had already took the money, right?
Yeah, but that was 2 years later when he was telling Leon how he had a son. Veronique took the money, right?
Yeah.
Veronique took the money, and I find it crazy that now your son is you. Your son probably is going to hear stories about his daddy being a drunk on the streets in Compton.
She's gonna raise that kid somewhere foreign. She's probably in another country with her mom.
Yeah.
That kid gonna speak 6 different languages because Franklin was smart.
Yeah.
Franklin was a cheese.
After Franklin met her mama, he should have known that this bitch was fly. Like she's a risk. She's a fly risk. She can jump and go like they're con artists.
But she saw, remember her mom was saying, "You marrying him." Remember the mom was telling Veronique, like, "Yo, he's turning into a monster."
Yeah, she did.
And which he was.
And I don't want you being, and so it took her getting strangled to be like, "Yo,
this motherfucker tripping."
Taking all the 800,000, you could have took 4.
And then like she had actually set up a deal to where they could have left with some money, because if he'd have sold the big stake that she had deal set up,
I was coming to say that though.
You'd have been all right.
You'd have been straight. You
could, but it was his arrogance.
Pride comes before the fall. Always remember that.
If he would have thought of that idea and not her, he would have went with the shit. But because she thought about it and then made a decision without him, he wasn't going to take it.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Like he wouldn't have needed to sell all the properties that he owned in South Central. You chose to do that instead of selling the more attractive property because you didn't like the person that they sent to bargain with you.
Right.
Pride.
Right. You don't like this dude, so you don't want to sell it to him.
But then you sold to the mama's white man that was fucking her and jipping her though.
That part.
Sell out.
And
you don't want to sell to the black man, but you sold to the man that did your mama dirty all these years. Like he was fucking, like that whole last episode was bad.
Like,
it wasn't the same Franklin we've grown to love the last 6 years. He made bad decision after bad decision after bad decision.
But like you said,
I'm gonna tell you some real shit.
Foreshadowing.
If we had this episode 2 weeks ago when it actually ended, y'all would have got a different opinion from me. But the longer I got to think about it, Franklin became a fucked up individual.
She said he became the foreshadowing. He's turning into a monster. I remember your mom telling her that. And she was like, "Yo, that's my husband. I'm gonna stand by him."
Like, yo, talking about
she's like, "I'm out."
Switch.
Bruh, do you not realize Teddy called him a fucking monster? Teddy? When Teddy, who's fucked up everybody,
Teddy ain't had no room to talk.
But for Teddy to look at him like you're a fucking monster, he really was a fucking monster.
Man, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. They killed the one person that could have tamed Franklin.
Absolutely.
Rafi. Wasn't they Rafi, right?
Who?
The gun runner that ushered Franklin into the game.
Oh,
Avi.
Avi, the one
Avi,
who
yeah.
took Neon under.
Like once they killed him, he had nobody that he could actually talk to because they had a good relationship and bond, and he kept him.
Right.
Even with Leon.
Even with
Yeah.
Leon. Yeah.
Like Avi was trying to really help them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like you say, Franklin just went on the
Boy.
list. Like he wanted to become legit. And then it was like, okay. But like Rose said, if he would have sold that property,
He'd have
he
been
would have
dead.
missed out.
Hey, it's fucked up because I didn't catch it that Teddy was setting Franklin up with them offshore accounts.
No,
Yes,
that's
sir.
crazy.
I didn't
First
catch
time
it.
he
He
took
did
him
that in what,
overseas.
season 2?
I'm telling you, y'all had to
Yeah.
go back. The reason why I'm catching all these nuggets is because I went back and
You
watched
went
from the
back and
beginning.
watched.
Y'all
I can
got to go
tell.
back and
He
watch.
set it up in season 2.
Yeah.
Him going off and going to, and you know what the crazy part? Remember when he went to that hotel and then somebody take the money out the room?
Yeah.
That was a setup to me in itself. Like, how these people know you got this money here?
Mhm. The thing was Teddy acting like I'm your friend and I'm your mentor, but he's really learning his fucking enemy.
Yep.
Right.
See our motherfucking A.
He played him the whole
He
time.
played him.
Like yo, Teddy was a shit. Like yo, when Teddy started taking out news reporters and
Yep.
setting up and all, I'm like yo,
Because he told, remember, Franklin told him like, yo, I'm thinking we good friends. We could do cookouts and we gonna be this forever. Like, nah, that's your naiveness, man.
right. So, question:
Mm-hmm.
Where does now that we've had time to digest the full Snowfall,
Mm-hmm.
where does it land on y'all list?
I'm going.
Rose, hey, Rose took a big shot.
Do y'all want me to go first?
Please do.
It's going fourth for me.
Behind what?
Behind what? Exactly.
Game of Thrones, number 1 till this day. Till this day. 2, Breaking Bad. Because Breaking Bad is the godfather of
Breaking Bad
everything.
is the blueprint, motherfuckers.
It's the blueprint to
It's the
everything.
blueprint. Nobody was doing that in the fucking early 2000s. Come on.
3, I gotta go Ozark. Ozark landed.
Snowfall finished behind Ozark.
Snowfall finished behind Ozark.
Damn.
And then we go 4 with Snowfall. It may change after I think about it some more because I'm gonna watch Ozark and I'm watch Snowfall.
My shit's a little different, yo. It's
Which
like
one?
it's like number 3 for 3-4ish for me right now because you got your Game of Thrones, you got The Wire. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about it.
And let me tell you
it's
why
just gonna be there for me.
Let me tell you why The Wire isn't in there for me because
you weren't there, Midgie. That's why.
That's
because
why.
you weren't there.
That's why.
Because
So it's
you weren't fucking there, Midgie.
So it's
one of those. The vibe.
It's one of those series that I gotta put in a GOAT category.
You weren't
and I
there.
don't like them because even when I watched it last year, it still was a good series. So. But go ahead though. Continue on, sir.
I give it 3.
What to look for? You don't like it finished behind the wire?
Huh?
No, I'm thinking about how Snowfall took pieces of The Wire. Think about Neiman. What the fuck his name is.
Little boy.
He went from being a terrible character to being an outstanding person that was fucking Leon.
Yeah.
Okay. Think about Mike. Mike ended up being the new motherfucking damn
Omar.
Boy.
Old boy became a junkie.
Old boy became a junkie.
Right. Dookie.
Yeah. Dookie.
Dookie became a junkie. So I see pieces of
you gotta
Snowfall.
Keep the blueprint where it's at.
Yeah. No, I get it.
You gotta keep the blueprint where, like, regardless of how you feel about it, so you just didn't catch the vibe.
Yeah. I get. Listen, I understand.
Yo, ours is forever gonna be up there.
But
now, 2-day seasons was kind of rocky though.
But they tied them back in together so well.
Ours.
Because
season 2 and season 3
play.
Wire. The Wire.
Season 2, like all them people and those things that were going on came back into play later on.
It tied it up at the end.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I got to get him that, but I got Game of Thrones, The Wire, Ozark, Snowfall.
You gotta watch Breaking Bad though.
I can't. I'm literally on season 2, episode 4. It's like I'm trying. No disrespect.
I don't know.
I'm on season 2, episode 4.
Cause you wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
You was.
Both of y'all.
I wasn't. I totally wasn't.
You're right. Both of us.
Once again, they had a Breaking Bad Super Bowl commercial in 2023. That speaks volumes.
Because I gotta put Power at number 5 for me right now. The original Power series.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Because
not what Tariq got going on.
Now, what I will tell you, that is the best dressed cast.
Oh, they fire now.
Oh my God.
They fire now.
Cast ever.
Look, the clothing budget at Stars is fucking amazing. You hear me?
Listen.
From Kanan.
That jacket Tyreek had on that looked like it was black and gray on one side and on the back. Yo.
I'm talking about to the shit that even the lawyers just be wearing, like Method Man and Sags and like, them be some tailor cut.
The professor, I think that's who he is. I've only seen one episode of season 3 because I can't jump into that alter reality when I just seen the closest.
No, that's crazy. I only watched the first episode too. Like I was waiting. Like I'm still on a Snowfall high. I can't get into.
I got to get the Snowfall reality out my system, and then know when I go to Power, it's gonna be a little false.
Piss me off, but okay, but like we still didn't see what each of us give Snowfall as a total series, like 1 through 10. What you give it,
bro? I'm gonna be. Game of Thrones is not my one. They dropped like Bran ain't got no business being on the Iron Throne. I'm standing by it.
Listen,
Game of Thrones is not number 1. When the fucking dragons flew off with Dany, it's like the scales came off my eye. I'm like, what the fuck I've been watching the last couple of years? Why the fuck am I watching this dumb shit?
Listen, I get it.
I can't give them one.
They didn't
land the plane.
That last season
they didn't land the plane, y'all.
But 1 through 6 is so strong.
It is.
That I can put against any 1 through 6.
I could feel differently.
No.
I'm off from now.
They're not my.
Feel differently. I'm off from now.
I'm never gonna feel differently, guys.
So.
And then you give us House of Dragons on the spin.
Now, House of Dragons might. I hope they learn their lesson.
It's dope.
I hope they learn their lesson from Game of Thrones.
You give us the
time with House of Dragons because they have a chance. After me going on the YouTube dive and seeing how much ties into that shit, I think that they can be number 1. I think they can take number 1 because it's not. They fucked up when they went away from the books.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That fucked them up. They couldn't wait for Martin to finish the shit. They couldn't wait, so they brought their own shit in, and I didn't like it. So
I done watched House of Dragons 2 times. So,
bro, so my number a little bit. Thank you. Why does bitch come here talk about this? I'm sorry, babe. I've been drinking. Give me a refill.
No,
please. Thank you. Right. Sorry. Okay. So I really don't know what my one is. In my mind, I keep going back and forth between The Wire, Snowfall, because Snowfall was so cerebral. And maybe if y'all go back and watch all of the episodes, though, you put it over why Ozark, it's a motherfucking immaculate, amazing written show. Once we get over the fact that they made Franklin into a motherfucking bum, and it's hard for us to accept that because we saw this man and his potential.
But we know
it's hard to accept it. But when you go back and watch all of the shit.
But you put it over Ozark, though?
No, I put it over Ozark. This is me. And like I said, I went back and watched all of them. So
that's what I say. I'm going back and watch Ozark because mine might change. I might put Snowfall over Ozark.
My one goes back and forth between Ozark.
I'm gonna go back and watch Snowfall because it may be something that I missed.
And the only reason Ozark got the edge right now is because that last season with the Tiger was a little slow. It was a little slow, and Ozark didn't have any.
But that was right after John Singleton died, right?
No, he.
I mean, now that was actually a year.
Yeah.
No, that's a season after he died, because the season he died,
But he wasn't it. That was the first season he wasn't involved in, is what I'm trying to say. Correct?
I'm gonna have to look and see.
I think that's the first season he wasn't involved in, because we were all like, John Singleton would never. He would never have a damn tiger in Compton.
Where the fuck did this tiger in the middle of California come from? Like,
and see,
But now that
Ozark, there was no moment where
so
hold on.
it's been
Minus the
small lapses that.
But look, minus the tiger.
Minus-
That tiger episode was critical, because that's when Oso knew who his loyalty needed to be with. Teddy left him.
Yeah.
Franklin didn't. I mean, they could have found another way to show the loyalty. I still don't get the tiger in the hood. I get it though. I get it, but I think they had to fucking reshuffle the deck after Singleton died. But the writers really can't. That, which is why they had to end it on 6.
Yeah.
And I feel after catching up, they tied everything up except for Lucia's part. They took care of Peaches. Everybody want to know where Peaches was at. Everybody want to know if Alton really was dead. We finally got the answer to that. We found out
he was dead.
He dead. But I mean, they didn't.
If they shot him 2 times and dropped him in the shot him in the head.
Like the way he looked at it, like, are you for real?
Like,
shot him 2 times and threw him in the river. Like, get the fuck away from me.
Still like, yo, that was like, bitch, you still on that shit? Yo, the fucking password is
okay, but that shows you how much of a liar and deceiver that Teddy was, because he was convincing.
Right.
He was trying to listen.
He was convincing, and I think Smith really didn't feel that he was going to give Franklin the money. He was still going to kill him. He was going to kill him.
And Sissy,
nobody was safe. Nobody was safe. But back to they didn't top Lucia's in, but I believe because they brought Oso back in, and you find out his girl is in North Carolina and they want to see him. Oso's going to come back on Wanda's story, and I'm hoping they may tie Lucia back in. I don't know. Okay. It's an open end to me.
Okay.
So 1 and 2, it can go Snowfall or Ozark for me.
Gotcha.
All right. Then you got Breaking Bad, The Wire, Game of Thrones is 5. That's me.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay. I respect it. I can't be mad at it. But yes, I think.
So you got any quick fire for us?
I ain't got shit. I ain't gonna lie.
That boy Wardell Steph Curry tonight.
Wow.
That Wardell Steph Curry, 50 ball.
Man, they bumping into them, but shit, he shouldn't have to put up 50 for them to win, man.
Listen, they ain't listen. How long they been winning, man?
Yeah.
Father Time undefeated, brother. But to get 50 at this stage, you got to take it. You know,
Lamar Jackson got paid.
Lamar Jackson got paid. You know, Father Time undefeated. LeBron on his 20th. And sometime in the fourth quarter, LeBron be like, sucking win.
Yeah.
That Father Time undefeated, bro.
But he got a complete team, though.
He got a better team. He got a much better team. Rob Pelinka pulled that one off because he got a much better team.
They saying Little Meech is dating Summer Walker.
She weird, he weird, so I can see it.
It happens.
I can see it.
Because I can personally say that weird girls have some good monkeys. Should be A1, yo. Like a splash of weird in mine. It's okay.
Look, I knew a bitch in college that did some weird shit if you gave her some fucking damn Slim Jims.
Some what?
Slim Jims. All she required was that I had some Slim Jims and beef jerky at my house when she came. I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life.
That sound like what's the Beehive show? Swarm?
Look. Like one Astrid and one of my friends, my nickname was Jerky. They called me Jerky, and she, why they call you Jerky? I was fucking with a bitch that did something strange for meat tricks.
That's
meat treats.
Swarm.
But she was a fucking bitch. She was a dog, and she performed for some fucking
treats.
Hey, Trina. Glad you're back. Hey, Chipfoot. We asked about you earlier.
They asked
We
us,
like,
like, it's
hold up.
real quiet. Like, what? Like, Trina must be in
I
around.
took the little one out of here so y'all can have some peace.
Trina said she performed for some treats.
Yeah, she put kibbles in bits. She was fucking with a dirty bitch that like treats at the end.
I hope she don't get a whiff of this show.
I hope she do. I hope you do, whoever you are.
Trina.
Little dirty bitch.
You don't even know who she is, man.
I don't give a damn.
God damn.
I need to know her.
What's the next, y'all? What's next?
I don't know.
What's next? I didn't even know why I said anything. What's next, y'all?
Congratulations to the young man from Carver's Bay that got drafted.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Byron Young.
Yes, from Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think his family tree done extended like a motherfucker.
Bruh.
Everybody cut.
Yo.
Everybody his motherfucker
Yeah.
cut. You hear me?
You know,
And listen, yo, time out. It would be a nigga from Dolly that say some shit like that. I done see all this shit, you know, hey, share up the share. Oh, my cousin.
Bro.
And I ain't gonna say no name. But my boy from your round from around your way, Rose.
Okay.
About, shit. Well, my man get all these motherfucking cousins
Okay.
in one day, bitch.
Ain't heard from him when he was on the small fry, and all of a sudden, boy, he was on it. Look, shout him out. My boy was on it because I swear I was asking the same damn thing. What's going on here?
Leave it up to Donley NIGGA to be the main one to point out some common sense. Like, hold up.
oh, there was one from C. Murray too. Oh, congratulations.
Damn.
Okay.
Was it the wide receiver kid? I saw him against.
Can we talk about, me and Trina had this conversation earlier. Why has Hemingway not given us anybody in the pro level? We done talked about this before, but I still get upset. Like, I'm not mad at the people that's making it, but what happened to us?
I think our sports has gone down since between.
We didn't build upon what we had.
And I think some of these support systems in other places might have been a little better.
A lot better. You can say that now, Major. You done been through a bunch of different programs.
Well,
and
yeah,
seen just how much we're lacking from our area.
a lot.
We don't
because
need the PG-13 answer right now. We need
some of these
Okay.
other areas
the seeded answer.
have had a lot better support system. Because you think of the guys that from football to basketball Hemingway, you know, we just never had that one guy that made that mark. Like, we can get to collegiate level, we can do semi-pro, but we haven't had that one guy to be like, that's the one. And we've had the talent.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's not the issue.
we had the talent, but I think some of the family stuff with some of the guys, with some of the areas that in Hemingway that played the part, you know, because there's a lot of guys I can say, damn, he should have been, but you know.
Look, I'm in this motherfucker recruiting people to Sumter as we speak. Somebody that was like should have been D1 somewhere, if not in football or baseball, trying to get him to bring his kids to Sumter. And it's like, okay, your kids play for the guy that used to coach you. Look what the fuck he did for you.
Right.
Let that marinate.
Right. And then the thing, Hemingway has a thing with coaches where we change coaches like a mug.
Stepping stone.
Everybody use Hemingway as a resume builder.
Stepping stone.
So you come, you win a championship, you leave.
And then you leave.
Win the
They ain't
championship.
buying into the community.
So it's like, you know, these guys come and go. And I think that's also a part of it. Like, you know, when you're a kid, you're like, dang, the dudes ain't here for us. And then so you take that into the next level and, you know,
Right.
what it is. It is what it is. Oh, I saw Andre's play. Very good play. I saw it Friday. Work you left behind in Columbia. I think today was the last day, but they're doing it in October. And if you get a chance, whenever he promotes it again, I suggest anybody go. It's a very good play.
He need to give us some tickets and let us come up there and do a big one.
I can see
That's what we need to do.
if she got a deal, because she's one of the people behind Secrets in Plain Sight. If they turn it into a movie on Tubi, I can see that. I can see that because it's a very deep play. Of course, it has its comedy, but
Not Tubi.
yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I can see it.
Okay.
All right. Red Table Talk was canceled. Thoughts?
Especially with her having that relationship with Tubi. You know, you never know.
I mean, she ain't done nothing since the damn
So that
what was it?
I said Red Table Talk was canceled.
I mean, I never watched it. I think I watched the one episode with Will when it was bad marriage for life. And
Yeah, dapping up and shit.
Well,
They're talking about,
I think that's the only episode I've ever watched.
yeah,
I think
that was it.
I've seen more clips, but Facebook is getting rid of like all their original series or something like that.
Mhm. It's over.
Nah, she can't survive that scandal with Chris Rock.
Oh no.
She can't survive that. And I really did like Red Table Talk, but once you pull back the curtains and see that you was fucking your son's friend who had issues.
And entanglement.
Oh, excuse me, you were entangled with your young son's friend.
You was tangled eyed.
Who had
That young
mommy
boy-
issues and
that
had
young boy
mental
putting you
health
in the book.
issues. But
And
you was
was
sleeping
in the
with him.
community.
You can't bring me to your table and try to make me talk about shit when you dirty.
Do you think some of the things that played out with her turned him to the community? Or you wouldn't think he was always that way?
I think he was always that way.
Who?
August.
August Alsina.
You know,
I think he was bi.
He
for the
probably was
longest,
already though.
and I think
I
that
mean, because
I think
her son there, like, yo, keep it a buck. She fucked her son boyfriend. Not
thank
friend,
you. I didn't want to say it.
I mean,
Because shit.
I
son
didn't
gave
want to
him
say
some
it.
bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it a buck.
yeah, why August
Like-
hang with
Like, yo, listen.
why
They
August hang
say
with him?
that. Listen, they say that Gabrielle and D Wade are the new Will Smith and Jada.
Why
Yeah,
they-
because what they got going on is what they had going on. But
Oh,
now
okay.
that August Alsina done exposed y'all ain't the party spot no more. We going to D Wade and Gabrielle Union house to do all the
Wow.
freaky shit we like to do.
They were the black Mr. and Mrs. America to us before Barack and Michelle came into the spotlight. Because now that's them. But when you talk about black Hollywood love couples, it was always Will and Jada. And then August came and burned all that motherfucking shit
Came
down.
and burned it down.
He burnt that shit down. And I really feel like, to answer your question, Midge, I think him fighting his sexuality had a lot to do with the shit that he had going on mentally as well. And when he went to Pop, Jada could have used that to help him, but she helped herself instead
Yeah, she took advantage of it.
to that young Mendango.
She put her
she
put her
crooned that nigga.
yeah, she
She used Jaden for the bait.
oh
Once you got him in there, talk about, oh, he's sickly too.
one
Oh,
more thing.
this
One more
is-
thing before we get up
We'll
out.
keep him here.
Before we get up out of here, Rose, I listened to the Surviving R. Kelly 3 because I didn't watch it. I was playing it while I was doing some other stuff. I just like when you think they couldn't get any sicker,
Any
with the story,
worse?
like, and then some of these women's like, he's not a bad person, he's did bad things. Like some of his victims, like, whoa, wait, what? When she said that, I was like,
Pied Piper.
Stockholm syndrome is real.
Pied Piper. Stop
real.
like the one last bitch that's still riding for him, that's pregnant for him. I don't even know if she had the baby yet or not, but I don't know how he got pregnant for him and he been in prison this whole time. But he was a fucking monster. Like
You see
I've
old
been
buddy
stopped
giving
fucking with R.
concerts. You
Kelly.
see them concerts in prison though. You see them concerts, right?
Look, I mean, the man's talented. You can't take his talent from him.
Yeah.
Them
He had a
joke got
choice to either use
full-fledged.
his talent for good or
They
bad,
make
and
it
he
so
used
much-
it
hey.
he used it for bad.
Hey, I promise y'all, you can say what you want. If you ever seen the movie Goodfellas, you see how good them Italian dudes were set up when they went to prison.
Yeah.
I promise you, R. Kelly got cable. I promise you, R. Kelly got bitches that come through. I promise you, R. Kelly got any type of food that he want.
Let me tell you
He
something.
just can't
R.
go out
Kelly
and
getting all the bussy he want in prison. Now that it's been exposed that he like bussy any fucking way. Okay.
Oh, he getting female bookie too.
Oh, he getting men and female, but he getting pussy and boosie.
R. Kelly probably live in a low key lap of luxury.
Oh, he is. spreading that herp all through fucking damn Cook County. I ain't want it. But the man was
I
making people
believe
eat.
I can fly.
How do you make a motherfucker eat their own pee and shit? How deranged are you to eat your own pee and shit to hang with somebody? I told you my cousin that was married to Wendy Williams, this motherfucker was like, yeah, you got to go vegan to show me that you real about this and you can hang with me. You need to go vegan for 30 days, like, nigga.
What?
Man, you grew up off the pork, bitch. Yeah, he wanted me to prove my loyalty to him so that I can hang with him.
Who?
Kevin.
Oh,
Kevin Hunter that was married to Wendy. I was trying to get him to help me.
We still need to.
That I was writing, and he was like, "Look, I'm willing to work with you and shit, but you know, for me to know that you serious and to take you serious, I'm gonna send you this Dr. Sebi book, and you're gonna have to go vegan." I had to take a picture of my before and after and show this nigga that I was vegan, I was eating clean, and I was losing weight before he would even fuck with me. And this is my first cousin.
Hey, times have changed. You should try him again right now.
Fuck him. And I mean that shit.
Touche.
My uncle, but my uncle that just died in Florida in January, he was at the funeral and everybody's breaking their neck to get down there because they knew he was gonna be at the funeral. Fuck him. He ain't nobody fucking special. Now that Wendy left you, now you want to be family? Fuck you. And I mean that shit, but go ahead. I'm sorry. I went on a tangent.
that's okay.
I've been drinking. Y'all know it's time to go.
It's all right.
Well, thank y'all for checking us out. Happy 100th. We still gonna try to. I don't care if it's 107. We gonna make something happen in him way, so he can just come and hang out. One weekend, one Sunday, one Saturday night, whatever it takes. Because we gotta celebrate something in him way. So,
Gotcha.
Hey, before we go, rest in peace, Jerry Springer. God damn it.
dang Jerry.
Bruh. Hey,
Man.
real talk. Who's wrong? The teacher or the student?
On the fight.
The student.
Yeah.
The fucking student.
Okay.
I've seen people arguing with that point with you on your TikTok.
The fucking if the student was never in her personal space, it would have never happened. Teach your churn. Teach your churn.
Oh, rest in peace, Harry Belafonte.
Factual.
Harry Belafonte died?
Yeah.
When?
About 3 days ago.
God damn. I ain't been on social media like that, y'all.
Oh, okay. Rest in peace.
But
Yeah.
fuck that. Look, that teacher did what needed to be done. I told my AD, I don't break up fights, but I do fight. Straight up though, on Friday, I was walking down the main hallway. I don't usually go that way, and I saw a kid talking shit to the teacher, walked out the door and slammed the door, and the door bust back open. And I looked at him, he looked at me, and I was like, not my monkey, not my circus. So I kept walking. It ain't got shit to do with me.
I ain't got nothing.
I don't know why you can't control your class, ma'am.
I'm here to make sure these athletes.
Hey, that's
Look.
a skit right there. That's
Bruh.
a skit.
I promise you, I
skit,
looked at that
Rose.
young man, that man looked at me, and I was like, then when I passed him, I was going up the damn hallway, and some kids were shooting dice, and they looked at me. I said, damn, y'all throwing them before 7 in the morning, before 8 in the morning. I kept walking. Look, y'all gonna live y'all life at something. Miss Davis don't give a shit. I'm here to just take care of these athletes.
That's it.
Bro, I said, y'all shooting
Hey, I
before 8
feel
o'clock in the morning? Fuck.
Young energy.
Yeah.
I ain't want it.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us for 100 of these things. Hopefully, we have
Appreciate
100
y'all.
more coming, bigger and better things.
And if anybody wants to advertise with us, please feel free to contact any one of us, preferably me or Midgie. Rose might cut you out. You know,
It depends on the day. I love y'all.
yeah.
Hey,
I
man.
love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Good night and see y'all next Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah, next Sunday. Peace.
Peace.